We are back with another episode of It's That Easy. It is Monday night, and we are talking baseball. So, hope you had a great start to your week. Maybe you even got to watch some soccer. Argentina played, they did well. France played, Norway played. Those are all teams that could actually go on and win the entire thing. So, but I digress. So, that's for another show there. So, but let's talk some baseball and hang in there to the end because I'm going to give you a plan for tomorrow where you can turn your bet and we will 7 times it by the end of the night. So if you're watching, please like the video. And if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, go ahead and turn on notifications. That way you get notified every time I put out a video. So let's jump into Tuesday, June 23rd games. It is a full slate, 15 games, all 30 teams playing. Let's start off with the Rangers and the Marlins. I got the Rangers. Obviously, I've already put it up there, but my reverse psychology worked. I picked the Marlins for today. Marlins had a better pitcher today. The Rangers even started Rocker in the second inning. Yeah, won. So you got to do that today. Rangers don't even have a pitcher slated for tomorrow yet, but we have won 2 in a row. Marlins are pitching Alcantara, who is a 4.18 ERA. He has won some pretty good games. Beat Philly, beat Pittsburgh, beat Tampa Bay in his last 3 starts, but they had won 4 of the last 5 games, but they did lose today. So we are going Rangers to continue the streak tomorrow. Astros pitching Lambert tomorrow, 3.23 ERA. They won his last start, and they've won 4 of his last 5 starts. They have won 3 of the last 5 games, but they did lose today, so they lost 1 in a row. Blue Jays pitching Bieber, not Justin, 3.57 ERA. Lost his last start, but he did win the 3 prior ones. He beat Seattle twice and the Dodgers, so those are pretty impressive wins there. The Blue Jays have won 4 of their last 5 games, and they've won 2 in a row now. So for tomorrow, we are going Blue Jays. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do something here. That way I quit putting my mouse in there. All right, Royals playing the Rays tomorrow. The Royals actually surprised, won today, 2-1. They put up 1 run early. They each scored 1 run late, kept it 2-1. Close game there. Royals are pitching Avila tomorrow, 5.5 ERA. Not bad. He won his last start and 3 of his last 4 starts. Sorry, the Royals have won 3 of his last 4 starts. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, and they have won 1 in a row. Rays are pitching McClanahan, 3.33 ERA. Lost his last 4 of his last 5 starts, so it's kind of rough there. They have lost 1 in a row, but every streak has to come to an end. And we're going to go with Tampa Bay tomorrow to flip the script, stop the streak of the Royals, and get on their own streak here. So Yankees and the Tigers. I picked Tigers yesterday. Tigers won 5-3. Yankees are pitching Rodon, 3.50 ERA. Won his last 4 starts. He beat the White Sox. He's beat the Guardians and the A's during that time. But the Yankees have lost 3 in a row. So tough start there. Tigers are pitching Mize, 2.58 ERA. So that's really good there. The bad thing is, at the time when he was doing that, they weren't giving him run support. So he lost 4 of his last 5 starts. But the Tigers have won 4 games in a row. I'd call that a streak. Even though the Yankees are favored, we are going Tigers again tomorrow to keep that streak alive. Seattle and the Mariners. Let's see. Oh, so Seattle is the Mariners. The Mariners and the Pirates. Mariners pitching Kirby tomorrow, 4.10 ERA. Lost his last 3 starts, but he lost to Baltimore twice and the Mets. I guess they're decent teams there. Let's see how they did today. They did play there. No, they didn't play today. Okay, that's why. But the Mariners have won 1 in a row. Pirates pitching Keller, 5.25 ERA. They won 3 of his last 5 starts, and they've also won 1 in a row. But Seattle, to me, is the better team, and I think they're going to take care of business in Pittsburgh tomorrow. Brewers and the Reds. Brewers pitching Sproat, 5.94 ERA. They've won. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts. He beat Cleveland and Colorado, so decent teams. But they are on a 2-game winning streak now. Sorry, what did I do there? Sorry, I missed Phillies and Nationals. Let's go Phillies and Nationals. Phillies pitching Luzardo, 4.20 ERA. Won his last five starts, or they have won his last five starts. Beat Miami, Toronto, the White Sox, and the Dodgers. So pretty impressive there. They did lose today, though. Nationals came out and beat them 4-1. Nationals are pitching Littell, 5.45 ERA, but he's lost his last two starts to Kansas City and Seattle. Not great teams there. They did win today, but tomorrow we're going to have the Phillies bounce back. They have good pitching tomorrow, and the bat should light up again. They need to take a little break, but they'll be light back up tomorrow. Take care of business in Washington. Now we get to the Cubs and the Mets. Cubs pitching Cabrera, 5.21 ERA. They lost three of his last four starts. That's not good. Poor guy. They've won three of the last five games, but they did lose one in a row. Sorry, they have lost their last game. They did not play today. It got postponed. I'm guessing bad weather. Mets are pitching McLean, 3.67 ERA. Let's see, won his last two starts. He beat Cincinnati and Atlanta, so it's pretty good there. They've also lost the last two games, so both of them are kind of struggling there. But the Mets seem to have the better pitching tomorrow, and he's a little hotter because he's beating some better teams. So let's go New York Mets tomorrow at home to beat the Cubs. I think they're going to play two tomorrow, possibly, or maybe, yeah, possibly. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see. Brewers pitching Sproat tomorrow, 5.94 ERA. They've won two of his last three starts, beaten Cleveland and Colorado, and they've won two in a row. The Reds pitching Lodolo, 6.12 ERA. He's lost his last three starts, lost to the Mets, the Diamondbacks, and the Cardinals. They've also only won two of the last five games, and they've lost one in a row. So we're going to stick with the Brewers. The Brewers beat them today, and they had to go into extra innings, won 2-1. I think the Brewers are going to fare a little better tomorrow with the run scoring, and Brewers will take care of business tomorrow. Let's see. Guardians at Chicago. Guardians pitching Messick tomorrow. Guardians actually took the lead today in the ninth. White Sox came back at the bottom of the ninth, won the game 6-5. Guardians pitching Messick tomorrow, 1.57 ERA. He's actually lost. He won his last start, but he lost the three prior. But he lost some good teams: the Yankees, Texas, and the Red Sox. So they've lost one in a row. But let's see, White Sox pitching Burke tomorrow, 3.89 ERA. Won his last start and three of his last four starts. They've now won one in a row. But we got to go Guardians tomorrow. Guardians have the better pitching tomorrow. I think they did great today coming back. They just bullpen and let them down. So let's go Guardians tomorrow to win that game. We got the Dodgers and the Twins. Dodgers pitching Robleski, 2.72 ERA. Let's see, won his last two starts and three of his last four starts. He actually beat some pretty good teams. Beat Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, but he did beat the Phillies. They've won three of their last five games, and now they won one in a row because they did win today. They won 2-1. Twins pitching Ryan tomorrow, 2.99 ERA. Won his last two starts and also four of his last five starts. They're kind of in the same boat. Also won three of their last five games, except they've lost their last game, which was today. So we're going to stick with LA. Maybe LA gets out of their funk, kind of finds a little streak going on there in Minnesota. Diamondbacks in St. Louis. Diamondbacks are pitching Rodriguez, 2.45 ERA. Let's see. They've won his last two starts and four of his last five starts. He's beaten the Angels, the Reds, and the Dodgers. So those are pretty good wins there. But they've lost three in a row. That's tough. Cardinals actually won today, 3-2 over Arizona. Pitching Leahy, 4.63 ERA. He's had a tough go. Lost four of his last five starts. He's lost San Diego, Minnesota, and the Cubs. But they have won two in a row now. But we are going to go Diamondbacks with the better pitching to break that streak, start their own winning streak there. Let's see, Red Sox and the Rockies. Red Sox, that was a close one today. The Rockies came back in the bottom of the ninth to win the game 3-2. Good for them. Red Sox are pitching Gray tomorrow, 3.12 ERA. He lost his last start, but he did win the three prior. He beat Texas, the Yankees, and Cleveland. But they've lost one in a row now because they lost today. The Rockies are pitching Sullivan, 4.0 ERA. This is going to be his first start of this season. So they've got a one-game winning streak going on. I don't know why. I just have this feeling the Rockies are going to do well this series. So even though Boston's favored, just like they were today, we're going Rockies to win today. Tomorrow, just like they won today. Baltimore and the Angels. Baltimore Orioles pitching Bass, 4.04 ERA. He lost his last start and two of his last three starts. He's lost to some teams like Seattle and Toronto. They won three of their last five games, but they have won two in a row because they beat the Dodgers at the end of their series, and they won. Oh no, the last two games were against the Dodgers. They didn't play. Oh, they did play today. They're winning right now. Sorry, game one, they're winning 6-0 in the middle of the seventh inning over the Angels. So that would be their third game in a row if they win. Angels are pitching Johnson tomorrow, 12.83 ERA. That gives up a lot of runs and a lot of hits. Lost his last five starts, lost to the A's, Dodgers, and Cubs. Up to today, the Angels had won two in a row. They're losing right now 6-0. We're going to stick with Baltimore tomorrow as they have the better pitching, way better pitching tomorrow. And they got the momentum as well. So Braves and the Padres. Braves and Padres playing right now in the fifth inning. The Padres are up 1-0. Braves are pitching Richie tomorrow, 4.54 ERA. Lost his last three starts. He lost to the Giants, the Mets, and the Marlins. They've lost one in a row. Padres are pitching Canning tomorrow, 6.64 ERA. They won two of his last three starts. He beat Seattle and the Mets. They also lost one in a row. So somebody's going to start a winning streak today. As the looks right now, it's the Padres, but it's only 1-0. You never know. But for tomorrow, they haven't put the line out yet, obviously, because this game's still going on. Same thing with the Oriole game. We're going to go Braves tomorrow to win. I have a feeling they'll come back today, and they'll win the game tomorrow. So last game, A's and the Giants. The A's are pitching Savali, 4.91 ERA. They lost his last two starts, lost to Pittsburgh and Seattle, and they've lost two in a row. Giants pitching Ray, 4.07 ERA. I didn't know the Giants had a pitcher that this guy, they've won his last five starts. He beat Atlanta, he beat the Nationals, beat the Cubs, beat Colorado. Bad part is San Francisco's on a 3-game losing streak right now. They are not playing today, so they don't have a game to fall back on, see who wins today. But we are going to go Giants tomorrow with the better pitching, the hotter pitching, and it's a home game for them. So those are your picks for tomorrow. 15 games. We got some underdogs in there. We got some favorites in there. So we can mix and match them. But here's the plan for tomorrow. So there's a game that starts at 3 p.m. tomorrow. It is Central Time. Houston and the Blue Jays. Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Take $5. Put it on the Blue Jays. Moneyline win. By 6 o'clock, they should have won. You will probably have won about $9.50. There are two 6 o'clock games, or around 6 o'clock games we're going to look at. I'll let you pick Milwaukee to win or the Mets to win. It's actually Milwaukee pays a little better. Why do I feel like the Mets game was going to do okay? Let's look at that really quick. But Milwaukee, 122, that actually pays out pretty good. The Mets game pays out 120. Okay, I had 130 there. So 143. So it pays out they pay about the same. So pick one of those games. Let's say we go Milwaukee to win at 6 o'clock. You take your whole winnings from the first one, which is about 950. You put it on that one. You end up winning about $18 on that one. Then we take a late game. So there's two to look at. Atlanta and San Francisco are the late games. I'm leaning toward Atlanta. Let's see how they do today. But let's say you take your winnings from there. You put it on Atlanta. Not going to do all the math for you, but in the end, it's going to be about $35. So you took a $5 bet, turned it into $35 in one night. Look at that. That's magic. So, but I will do that for you. If you don't want to do it, we're going to do a little test tomorrow. We'll do it on paper. Wink, wink. And see how that goes. And then we'll talk about it tomorrow. So, hope you have a great day tomorrow. Continue a great week. Hope you get to watch some baseball. Because there's a lot going on tomorrow. Soccer going on tomorrow as well. Got some World Cup going on. And if you're watching baseball, I hope your team wins because I sure do hope mine wins. And if you decide to bet on baseball, maybe you have a plan. I hope you win a ton of money. So Have a great one. We'll see you on the next one.